Welcome on in. Peace and greetings. Hi. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Can you all hear me okay? What's good, Soul Family? Yeah, I'm going to greet you with hi. Hey, Minga Lee. Good to see you, Roz. Jennifer Bliss. Jocelyn. Good to see you. Mr. Edging my BBC. Welcome in. We're gonna get started because I'm not gonna be here long, but how are you all feeling? How are you all doing? I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I'm so glad to have you here. Truth and Chakra Vibes. I love that name. Welcome on in. Come on, let's kind of get this vibe going, right? Let's see if we can do it here. Let me see if I can do it. Let me know if you can hear this. So, you guys did not get a chance to hear the music? You didn't hear any music? No music was playing? Huh. I wonder why it was not playing. Let me see something here. Hmm. Okay, let me see. At first we did. You did at first and then it went away? Okay, well we got to fix that really quick. Let me see what I can do about that really quick cuz this is going to be a big part of what we do tonight. So, um yep. So, give me 1 second. Welcome on in everyone. How are we all doing? Happy Gemini new moon. My goodness. How are we all feeling? Um, I think it's happy in the moment. Okay. I got to get this together here. I don't know why the music won't play when it's there, but we're going to try the run this back again. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. I've been working all day, but I actually finished not everything, but I finished a lot of things earlier. So I wanted to come on really quick. We're going to do a check in. I want you to tell me where you're tuning in from, what state, what country, what place. But welcome on in. And it's Gemini season. Wow. Okay, so we're going to run this music back again. Welcome in, everyone. We're going to be talking about how you're storing your power. We're going to talk about the Gemini codes to unlock your frequency and a little bit more. Okay. All right. All right. We're not going to play it again. I just wanted y'all to hear that one time, especially when we get ready to get into the game part, because we're going to be playing a game tonight. So definitely you want to get you something to write with, a pen, a piece of paper, or something. Welcome on in. So good to see everyone in the building. Blessed, highly favored. Welcome in, Etta Physics. Welcome in, Brittany Vibes in the building. Shiva in the building. Brittany S is in the building. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, you guys. I'm Miss Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Want to say hi to everybody out there, the Soul family, for some higher insight. It's been an amazing week. And if you guys don't know, I was on the show with Dr. Alicia yesterday and another sister, LaShawn, which was great. We were talking about Sinners, the movie Sinners, and giving our take on that. So, had a lot of fun. Again, I'm out here in these cosmic streets and I am absolutely loving. Got a couple of more interviews that are scheduled as well, and just some other things going on. First of all, let me say this. Are we feeling this energy? Can you feel this energy of this shift? Of this shift? Yes, Journey, I'm outside. I'm outside in so many ways. And, here's the crazy thing. There's been some storms that are moving through. I'm currently in Texas, and we had some powerful storms move through with lots of lightning. And even yesterday, the power went out for a little bit. The power went out. And still, right now, a lot of people, including my neighbors across the street, they haven't had power since yesterday. No power since yesterday. So I'm being a good neighbor, like a good neighbor. I have invited them to come over if they wanted to, a couple of my neighbors, because they don't have power just yet. Their power hasn't been restored to them. But thank goodness I have power. So all of that is some good stuff. Holy Hemet says, I am feeling so good in my, I hear Nina Simone when she's singing that song there, but how are you all feeling? How are you doing? Have you noticed any kind of shifts, any kind of energy, excitement? Definitely want you all to go back if you didn't hear the show that I did. Dang it, what day did I do that show? Sunday? The days are kind of spinning with me. I have a couple of announcements I want to make. Shouts out to the Futuristic Activation Group. And if you're in the house for the Futuristic Activation Group, the weekly Futuristic Energetic call is available for you so that you can listen and you can tap into that frequency and that energy, as well as tomorrow night for everyone who's a part of the Futuristic Activation. We're going to have a live call tomorrow. We're going to be talking about quarter two because we are in quarter two and what that means for us. What that means for us. Welcome on in. Conversations with Sunshine, Hidden Treasures. Welcome in. Prince, welcome in. Tremel, good to see you, Tremel. King in the building, King Productions in the building, Roz Lee in the building, everyone. And I want to say thank you to you guys. Y'all have really been blowing, blowing up the comment section. You have definitely been sharing all kinds of things, and that is so wonderful. So thank you all for doing that as well. Thank you for all the new people who have been listening, who have been a part and been so active and jump right in. I welcome you with my heart and so glad to have you here. I'm getting caught up on all the emails because listen, it's a lot. It's a lot, but I'm getting caught up on all the emails and I will get back with you as well. So, I wanted us to do something a little different. As you guys know, and if you don't know, let me go ahead and state it here. I've been talking about it for a while. I want you to stay locked in. So, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss anything because Whenever I pop out and just decide to go live, you're going to want to be here to make sure that you're tuned in for that. But I am going to be launching a new podcast, and that new podcast is called All About Frequency. It's something that came into inception a few years back, and it is the evolution of the remix. And I know a lot of you know me from the remix, the show that I've been the hostess with the mostest for, how long? Remix over 16, 17 years of doing the remix. Now, the remix will forever be alive, right? Always. And so this is the evolution of the remix, and it's all about frequency. And that's going to be coming soon. But you want to stay tuned here so you can get all the details of how to connect with All About Frequency with a little mo, because it's going to be a little bit mo that's coming with All About Frequency, because that is my first love, to talk about energy, to talk about healing, how we can connect with our ancestors, how we can level up our lives, live our best lives, be the creators that we know that we are, and do it in a way with spiritual integrity, but have a lot of fun at the same time. This spiritual work, we have moved out of the dark world. We are coming into the golden age, and really we have had an opportunity to connect even with the golden age, because it's based on your frequency and the expansion of your consciousness. And that being said, since we are moving, and I mean collectively talking about the whole planet, towards the golden age, we can come out of these dark ages. It doesn't mean that there won't still be things that are happening, because Earth, baby, is going to always be earthing. Just like we are evolving in our consciousness, we are only as conscious as where we are. There is no such thing as Earth being so far ahead of us and more conscious. Earth is also conscious and learning as well too. Just like Mars, just like Jupiter, just like Venus, just like the sun, just like the moon. As we expand our consciousness and awareness, everything in our universe, in our galaxy, is expanding as well, just like the Milky Way. How many times have we heard scientists tell us that black matter, or dark matter as they call it, in the Milky Way is expanding, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down? Well, this is the expansion. So we're really, even though we say we're on a spiritual journey, that's some of the terms that people use. Here's how I define it: we are on an expansion journey to expand our consciousness and awareness so that we can be inclusive to that vastness, that limitlessness of who we are. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we live in a multi-dimensional planet. We live on a multi-dimensional planet. And so I don't know about you, but I'm here to activate everything that I came to activate in this lifetime at its highest, greatest good. hmm At its highest and its greatest good. So, welcome on in. That's first. The other thing I want to tell you about, so All About Frequency and More will be coming up, and that's going to be happening real soon. And then also, I will be bringing this announcement, because I'm going to also uh-oh, did it not do it? I'm also going to be launching this class. It's going to be 8 weeks. We may have some bonus weeks in there, but All About Frequency, a 8-week journey. I'll talk a little bit more about this, but again, stay tuned. Follow me on social. For those of you who feel called to this, you'll be called to this. You'll be called to this. We're going to have so much fun. It's a very interactive class. You'll get a chance. You'll get a chance to You'll get a chance to meet some incredible, like minded beings while doing your work and doing it in such a profound way. So I am truly, truly honored for that. Happy Born Day to all my Geminis in the building. Geminis, where you at? I know you got some born days who are celebrating their born days right now. Happy Born Day to the Geminis. We thank you all for bringing the genius, the higher mind online during this Gemini season. Thank you so much for bringing it all online as well. And happy born day to you. Yeah. So we're going to start here. Speaking of Gemini season, as we get into this and talk about it, I want to keep reminding you you're not stuck because some of you still are holding that template that you feel you a little stuck. You a little stuck. You a little stuck. Things aren't moving through. And here's some of the tips. I'm going to give you some of the tips, some of the things you can do, some tools. I'm going to give you some powerful activations that you can use to really just embody your superpowers, right? And activate those things. But to let you know that you're not stuck. You're not stuck. A lot of times we think we need to do more, but really it's the less that we need to do. And I talked about this on Sunday's show, but I want to give you some things to tap into. So, first, all of my soul seekers out there, I greet you with higher insight and welcome you all in. Welcome in, Brandy. Welcome in, Corey. Sands, welcome in Michelle D. Welcome on in 7 grams. Tremel, Mega L, welcome in. And everyone else, hit that like button so we can send a message out. This is us broadcasting our cosmic signal out into everybody who's on the planet and to the algorithm. So we can raise the frequency and let them know that we are here and we are live. So, I want us to take a moment, take our hand, place it over our solar plex, kind of sit up nice and straight, drop down in our bodies, and let's feel a little bit. Let's feel, let's ground into your frequency as we acknowledge the air moon. Because this Gemini moon is the air moon. It means that we are in the intel, we are connected with the Akash. So if you've been getting downloads, like powerful downloads, don't trust your mind. Make sure you write them down or record these downloads, right? Because we are getting downloads, and some of these downloads are coming from our future self. It's coming from our higher mind. So don't trust yourself and say, oh, well, I'm going to write this down. I'll remember it when I get home, or I'll remember it when I come back. Don't do it. Don't play with it. You won't remember. It will disappear, kind of like in Men in Black when the Men in Black came and zapped. That's how quick it's going to disappear. So write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Record it. Make sure you have it. You're getting massive downloads now. The airways are open. The Akashic airways are open. And so, right now, as we speak, you said, okay, because the download's been downloading. A third letter, it's your birthday today, Thursday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. We're gonna take a moment and we're gonna take a moment and we're gonna chomp it up for third letter. We're gonna chomp it up for third letter. It's third letter's birthday. There we go, third letter. So there you go. Happy born day, third letter. Happy born day. And what a powerful day that you are born on on this day right here. Born on May the 27th. Hmm. Let's see what personal year you're in. Let me see if I can do some math real quick. I'm gonna do something a little special for third letter here. Let me see if I can get it together here. Let's see. Mm. Okay, so you just entered in a third letter. You just entered in to your personal year of five. And this is a powerful time, this personal year of five, because this personal year of five speaks to change. And really, I noticed that people start coming into their personal year 3 to 4 months ahead of time. So if you go back 3 to 4 months ago, you will see that there were some drastic changes that you wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to change something about where you live, where you work, what you were doing. You might have wanted to change some things around your home, change your clothes, change the way you dress, change your hair. It could be a little different for brothers, but you want it to change. You want it to come into change because this energy of this personal year of five, number one, it's all about change. The other thing that this personal year a five is about, it has a lot to do with sexual energy. So I don't know if you want to have children. This is a perfect year for you to get into that energy to expand your family or to have more children. It's also the year that you may feel like you want to travel. It might have been a particular sacred space that you wanted to go to, you wanted to visit, you wanted to connect with. It's also an opportunity for you to work on building a legacy. You might have thought about writing a book or putting out some sort of information or something or documenting. This also is connected a lot to the scribe energy. You think about the god Tahuti, he often vibrates with this energy, but this is about change, as well as the changes that are happening inside of you and also outside of you. Some of the things that you have been taking a little bit more serious when it comes to your health and well being, not just your physical health, but your financial health, your mental health, your spiritual health, and just really wanting to be in a position where not only you can be an example, but also sort of step up and be sort of that representation of walking the talk and doing the work, all of these different things. Now, interesting enough, even though you're in a personal year of five, and lots of changes is coming up for you. I see that there are a lot of things that you have decided to separate yourself from. And sometimes that happens with change when we decide to go in a different direction. So there's different areas of your life that maybe you were working upon something, building upon something, and then you decided at the last moment, you know what? I'm thinking about moving. I'm not talking about just from one place to the other, but a big move. Like with you want to buy a house, or maybe you want to go to another country, but just sort of planning out your future. A lot of future energy with this five vibration, but you're going to want change. It's a year of expansion, no doubt. You're going to want to expand, you're going to want to change, but it has a lot to do with your foundation of what you're building on. And then it also has to do with how you're leading in your life. So just take however you're leading and think of that as season one. And you have now stepped into season five of how you're leading in your life and those who are connected with you and how you're connected. Like you're becoming more hands on. By the way, interesting enough, I kind of see like little gold lights flickering off of your fingers, a lower third. And so that tells me that you have entered into what I like to call the Midas touch. So that means that literally and figuratively, anything that you touch is going to turn to gold. As long as your heart is aligned and you're staying within integrity, these things will turn to gold. So you have that in your fingers. So if you do anything with your hand, even if it's just you writing out some of the things, some of your goals, some of the things that you're working on, some of the things in your life you want to transform, any of those things, any work that you're doing with your hands, that is pure gold to you. Pure gold to you. You are building a new foundation. I would just tell you to make sure that you balance out your conscious mind, which is where the textbook ego lives, and make sure that you don't allow sort of old ways of being to just hold you back, because it will not. This is really your time to shine. You might have felt like you were made to be put in a position of some extra responsibility. Those things will start to stabilize more as the year goes on and you stay in this cycle. And you're going to have more freedom to do more of the things for yourself and not so much feeling like you're sacrificing for others out of love, and out of responsibility. But those things will be more stable so that you can move on to your next adventure. So, yeah, there you go. Happy born day. Happy born day, third letter. Good to have you here. All right. So, who else? Nova? All right. Well, happy born day, Nova, too. All right. And everyone else who is celebrating their born day during this time. Yeah. Happy born day. Yeah. A powerful time. What a powerful time to be alive. Thank you, Yolanda. You said you love my show I did on May the 1st. Okay, remember, we're not supposed to be here long. So I'm gonna make sure I stay on task so we can get through this. So we are talking about right now, we are under this Gemini moon right now. So if your mind has been racing, or your thoughts seem to have taken on their own wings. I just seen what's his name singing the song Pretty, what's the guy name? Eric Bonet. Is that his name? Yeah, singing the song. I just could see him singing this song and thinking about your mind having wings and you're craving clarity right now. I've had so many emails come in today, and you're just wanting clarity in these different areas of your Maxwell. Thank you. I don't know where I got Eric Bonet from. Where he been? But anyway, it's Maxwell. And by the way, if y'all haven't seen uh the program where Maxwell shows his house that he has, I think it's in Italy somewhere. Fantastic. He designed it. Oh my gosh. So magical. He dedicated a whole house to the ancestors. It's out of this world. Out of this world. Uh-huh. They look like brothers almost. Thank you, Anubis. Anubis said they look like brothers. Yeah, that's right. So if you haven't seen that, you have to Google it and look at Maxwell and see the house he made for the ancestors. When I tell you that whole house, my goodness, it's amazing. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Eric Benet singing on somebody's front porch, Bridget. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, you're not alone though. This is what I want you to understand. You're not alone. If your mind has been racing, if you've been craving sort of this clarity, you are not alone. Right now, we are in the phase. If you think about, I went outside and looked at my rose bush, and y'all know my baby boy tree, which is a crepe myrtle, and they are blooming. And that's what we're doing. The highest evolution of a plant, of a flower, is the bloom, the flower of a plant. It's that's when it reaches its Christ consciousness, is when the flower blooms. And this is where we are. We are in that. And so no matter when you're coming across this, good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in, to the seen and the unseen, I'm going to help you see how the very thing you thought was confusion is actually your soul sort of kind of downloading your next chapter. And I love that for us. It's downloading. You are so welcome, third letter. It's downloading your next chapter because we're unlocking Gemini codes. Yeah, we're going to be doing that live right here. And I'm going to be revealing to you the bigger picture that holds the whole framework. So, one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to take notes. Take notes. Take notes. Welcome on in this hair. Welcome on in. Welcome in. So take some notes or, just let it kind of wash over you because there's going to be frequencies in every words. I've been in the Akashic records, so I've kind of attuned. I need to talk. You need to talk to me. Okay, Corson. All right. All right. I get it. You guys, we'll talk about that because I got to stay on task tonight. I have to stay on task tonight. Okay. So now, this, I want to talk about this. Mm, and I'm going to break it down into three pillars. The first pillar is going to be frequency. Welcome on in, Lola Falana. hmm Welcome on in, Lola Falana. Thank you for being here as well. Let's talk about that. I want to talk about frequency first, but there is a caveat here because most people want to change their frequency. We want to change our vibration. But before you change your life, you have to do one thing. You have to tune into it. And a lot of times, most people are trying to manifest something, create something, and they're doing it on borrowed bandwidth. And that just ain't going to work. You cannot do it on borrowed bandwidth. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to understanding about your frequency, this isn't a system that you memorize, but it's a map that you feel. You have to truly feel this. It's kind of the song Stephanie Mills, if you're old enough to remember Feel the Fire. And when she sings that song, I want you to feel me. I want you to feel the fire. Yeah, well, this is a feeling. It's not something you memorize, your frequency, because it's tied to self love. And self love, like frequency, is a feeling. That's how you're going to know. The foundation of self love is how you speak to yourself, how you talk to yourself. I've talked about this for over 15, 16 years. And then it becomes the feeling. That's how you know you truly, truly love yourself. hmm I'll answer your question in a minute. If you stop vibrating, then what I want you to do is to tune in right now. That means that you were having some borrowed bandwidth. It wasn't yours because the truth is you can never stop vibrating. That's an illusion to make you think that you have disconnected from yourself. So take your hand, place it over your belly button, your solar plex chakra, feet on the ground, wiggle your toes, drop your consciousness out of your mind down towards your belly button. You may want to tap that region and rest in that part of your body. Rest in that part of your body. So, um, tuning into your frequency and your frequency framework, it's a feeling. You know when you get there, you know when you've hit that sweet spot because you will feel your body tingling. You will feel the sensation, the frequency within your body. And if you let it, you can even unlock what you've been waiting to claim. But first, we have to start with the first key. And so everything begins and ends with your frequency. And I know this is stuff you've probably heard before, but I want you to take this in now. I want you to understand that everything begins and ends with your frequency. I don't care what it is. I don't care how it's affecting your life. I don't care what you're interacting with, what everything ends and begins with your frequency, your energetic tone. And everyone has one. It cannot be stolen, robbed from you. Somebody can't bump your fucking elbow and take it from you. You understand? Somebody can't scare you out of it. None of that. It is still there. It's not just a mood or a thought, but it's your signature vibration. And your soul is emitting it moment by moment, whether you connect with it or not. Whether you connect with it or not. Okay. So, frequency is the first language, and it speaks before your words, your logic, or even your actions. Most people are trying to change their reality before they change their residence. And you have to change your residence. You can attract from chaos, but it might not be what you want. It may not be what you want. You don't magnetize by force. You broadcast what you believe and what you feel constantly. That's what you're broadcasting. You're broadcasting. And quiet as it's kept, you're not really manifesting anything. You're not really creating anything. It already exists. You're just allowing yourself the expansion enough to know that it's within your sphere. It's within your sphere. So it comes to you. So here's a soul prompt that I'm going to give everyone. And this soul prompt, I want you to ask yourself, and you can do this. You can simply do this. You can take your hand, you can place it over your belly button, sit up straight because your spine is an antenna as well as your hair, right? And drop down in your body. Many of us, especially in Gemini season, our minds are highly activated. In fact, our minds are getting an upgrade on our intel. And don't get me wrong, we love our mind. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but only when it's doing something logical. If you're not doing something logical, like I was trying to set up my new camera today, that didn't go so well. I stuck with this one, but it's all good. But if you're doing something logical, you're adding up your bills, or you got to pull over because your gas tank is on empty, or you have to pay your rent or your house note before the end of the month, and these things are coming up. If you're doing something logical, that's the job for the mind. Everything else, your intuition, your higher mind should be in place. And so this is a practice. And those who have followed me for years and taken my classes, we do this all the time, but it's a practice. And we call it a practice for a reason because we need to constantly be in the position where we're doing this on a regular basis. Never forget, there are so many tools out here. There are hacks out here. We have all of these magical things, but nothing works if you don't work. If you don't work, it don't work. You are the magic that makes everything come to life. Even me being present right here tonight, the only reason I'm here is because you have allowed me to be present within your sphere. Otherwise, I would not exist and you would not exist for me. And so that's how powerful we are. And we have to really start taking these things in what we call our mundane life and our day to day life and start looking at them through this perspective and really begin to understand it. Because this is how you're going to grasp some of these concepts, some of these occult science concepts, these higher concepts. My guides showed me many, many years ago, it could be all so very simple, but we are making it so complicated that we're taking the point, we're losing the method to the madness of what's happening around us. So drop down in your body. You have a beautiful, gorgeous body. Feel what it feels like to hang out in another place in your other than your mind. You have a gorgeous body. Figure out what it feels like. What does it feel like to hang out in your toes? What does it feels like to hang out in your elbows, your ankles, your thighs? I like to tell sisters, hang out in your yoni. Hang out in your yoni. Spend 24 hours hanging out in your yoni. Start asking questions from that position. Start feeling from that position. Start vibrating from that position. Hang out. Stay out of your heart. Stay out of your mind because these are the two things that are steering you down the wrong path. So it's very difficult to attract from chaos. You don't magnetize by force. It's not about all of this extra manipulation. When you understand your power, you don't have to be forceful in your manipulation because you broadcast what you believe and what you feel constantly. And so ask yourself this question when you're out of your mind and your heart. Am I tuning into the truth of who I am or the noise of who I was trained to be? And allow your higher self to answer the question. Mhm. Mhm. Am I tuning into the truth of who I am or the noise of who I was trained to be? You understand? These are some powerful questions um, to begin to start asking yourself these questions. Yeah. Mhm. And then here's another thing that you can begin to start asking yourself. And this is one that's going to help you because with all of these downloads that are coming in, we're in that mode where that Gemini is lit within us and for very good reason. And we want to speak those things. And you can ask, who taught me to speak this way? Think about it. Who taught me how to speak this way? And are you speaking your authentic tone? Are those your authentic words? Are these things that have been birthed in your spirit, in your soul, and in your life based on how you've experienced life and based on how you feel about yourself in this world and the things that you've created and experienced in this world? These are some important checkpoints for us to get in there. You understand? So remember, you don't follow energy. I don't want you following no damn energy. I want you to generate the energy. You should be the frequency that steps in the room that disrupts what is happening. That is happening. Yes, Gilbert, you could ask the question simple, do you know who you are? But that question right there, that's a question that will take lifetimes to answer. Many people have been on that spiritual path of trying to say, who am I? That is a question that opens the door, but it doesn't put you on the other side of the door. So we have to go beyond just who am I? Because that question will take you down a rabbit hole that can last many, many lifetimes. I have watched many people when I started this spiritual journey, and they are still trying to figure out who I am. And simply saying, I am that I am, does not make it so. It doesn't. We can look around, we can look in ourselves, we can look at the world, and we can tell that I am that I am does not make it so. It doesn't. It's not enough. It feeds the mind through the intellect. But remember, real alchemy comes from doing the internal work within the soul. We came here so that we can have a divine purpose, whatever that purpose is, not to be caught in circle jerks. I don't know about all of you, but spirituality has now become the new circle jerk on the planet. And I see it in many different schools of thoughts. I see it in a lot of the work that's out here, and people are just circle jerking themselves only to start over and keep starting over, keep starting healing, keep starting again, and not creating, and just embedded with more fear, more fear. More fear, more fear, more fear, and more darkness. More darkness and more fear. And listen, if we are going to be the gods and goddesses walking on this planet, then I don't know about you, but I'm ready for something higher, something more, something we can feel. Let's go on to pillar number 2. Let's talk about it. Pillar number 2. Number 2, mastery isn't about perfection, but mastery is about present and being able to manage your energy. Ooh, like it matters, because it does. Because it does. Your energy matters. Can you manage your mind? And can you manage your energy? These are the two things to manage, right? And so your energy is the interface between you and the world. It's just you against the world. And your energy, that's the interface that is there. And you are responsible for protecting, detecting, and renewing your field. You have a whole energetic body, a whole energetic body that when you're in your greatest and your highest good, this is why I always tell brothers, I like brothers to run their frequency high. It keeps them out of trouble. And when I say trouble, I mean confrontations. Run your energy high, especially for young brothers. You need to be running your frequency high. I want you to understand when you have awakened yourself and you are walking down the street, your third eye is a good 6 to 8 city blocks. That means that they can see your ass coming. I don't care how sleep you think the world is, they see your light 6 to 8 blocks before you arrive. Before you show up, your energy has already entered the room, the building, everything. They see you coming. They see you coming. All right. Same thing for us sisters. They see you coming. When you are awake, they see you coming. They have already decided what is coming. And if they don't know what it is, it's either going to put them in fight or flight, or they're going to be so intrigued or attracted to your energy. So you have to understand you're not just your physical body. You're not just your physical body. Your heart chakra, 12 to 13 city blocks coming, coming. They feel you. They know you're around. So you want to know why all eyes are on you. This is why. But if you understand that, you would manage. You would manage and be responsible for that interface that is happening between you and the world and everyone and everything you come in contact, because it requires you to be responsible. To be responsible. I know we like to think the physical shows up and it's, I know y'all all want me, but it ain't always that. It's your energy, it's your frequency, it's your vibe, and they can feel that. So, Gemini season is ruled by air and it's mental stimulation. This is real. We're all being mentally stimulated right now. Mhm. But mastery is knowing when to unplug, when to ground, and when to receive. Because this is a bigger part for those of us who are here and we have strong templates on the planet. We have our ancestor DNA and we have our bloodline DNA and we have our spiritual DNA for many of us. And we have to be open to receive, be open to receive your blessings. This particular week, everyone coming to the end of this week. And I will say, as we get into the first week of June, there will be some world shockers that happen. I'm not going to talk about them here, but in the Futuristic group, I will share with you guys some of those visions and downloads that I got for that first week of going into the month of June. And so I'm coming on because one of the things that I want us to do is I want us to always stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so we ain't got to get ready, you know? Mhm. Stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. So this mental air is mentally stimulating people. And I'm sure you can see people around you who this air has taken them, this stimulation in Gemini, to a whole new level. So it's a good time to know when to unplug and when to ground and when to be open to receive. Let's talk about some of the things that will drain you. So if you're feeling drained or if you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling any of these things, what is happening? What is happening? Oh, Sheila in the building. J007. Yes, my email address should be in my link, but I'll definitely make sure you get it as well. Michelle D. Yes, stay ready. So here are some of the things that will drain you. Leaking energy through people pleasing. You'll be drained. You'll be drained. You will be drained. I'm glad, Corey. It feels great to hang out in your belly. That's what's up. Yeah, hang out in your belly. Yeah. The other thing is overthinking spiritual growth instead of embodying it. Your spiritual growth is not an intellectual pursuit. You have to embody it like an alchemist. This is where you do the real alchemy. This is where the transformation work happens. It starts in the unseen world, it starts within, and then it happens without. Stop looking outside yourself, waiting for shit to change outside, but ain't nothing changed on the inside. This is a inside job. So you have to do your work and embody it. Start thinking about the things in your life that you're good at, that you're great at, that you love. And then that's what I want you to dive into and begin to bring that frequency and feeling there. The other thing is taking in too much information without grounding it in a practice. We know, we know, we know, we know, we know. But are we practicing it? Are we being spiritual? Just? Are we living spirituality? Because we should be living these practices. And I think it's beautiful if we want to dress up, adorn ourselves, and do all the head stuff and the dots on the eye and the clothing. I think all of that is amazing. But if you are not working from the inside and not practicing it, in your day-to-day life, it's going to drain you. 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 It's going to make you angry. It's going to make you frustrated. It's going to make you confused. It's going to make you lost, and it's going to make you broke because you're leaking your energy, your precious energy. You're leaking it. So, here is some practical, magical tools. Before every decision or conversation, this is what I want us to do, especially during this Gemini season. I want you all to think about this. Okay. Ask yourself this question before every decision and before every conversation, because I did it before this live here. Is this going to cost me energy or return it? Is this going to cost me energy or return it? Because one of the things we know when you are doing something wholeheartedly and you are embodying it, it's authentic to you. It's going to return energy to you. When I do a session, when I am doing this work, when I am going live, literally sometimes this is why I try not to come on so late no more because my it takes me such a long time. Like I could literally, like I'm on 1000. My energy is so amped up. So ask yourself, is this going to cost me energy? Meaning I'm going to leak it. Or is this going to return it? Has nothing to do with the person, has nothing to do with anything outside of you. But it's going to let you know if this is something truly in alignment for you. If it's constantly draining you. Every time you have a conversation with this person, you leave the phone, you frustrate, you like, "Oh my god, like what the hell is going on?" That's costing you. No, no, no. No, no, no. Welcome on in, brother Lance. So I want you all to think about that. Boundaries aren't walls, they are portals to your higher self. And I want you to remember that. Boundaries are not walls, they are portals to your higher self. Let's go to 3, and we're going to get to the game because that's the fun part. That's what I want to get to. So here is pillar 3. I'm going to give you key number 3. The ultimate goal of it all isn't just peace. Peace, peace, peace. That's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is power. Power. Okay? The ultimate goal is not just peace, it's power. I don't want us to forget that. This world wants you to think that you're too irresponsible to have power. And I would answer that simple question. Some people are. I truly believe some people are very irresponsible with power. But I know you're not. I know you're not. You need power. You can't just walk around and be at peace. Peace means to be still. Look up the etymology of peace. To don't move, be still, peace. Now, maybe your mind needs to be at peace, but you need power. If you ain't got no power, baby, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You need power. If it wasn't for power, you couldn't be here. We could not be here connecting to each other. If I did not have power, some form of power, this could not exist. You need power. Okay. Not the kind that dominates. Not talking about that. But the kind of power that does not wait for permission to exist. That kind of power. That kind of power that doesn't need nobody's permission. to exist. None. None. Mhm. So, soul sovereignty is what key number 3 is about. Soul sovereignty. Because we are sovereign beings. You are a free agent. And if any of you watch sports, you know how important it is for an athlete to be a free agent. Well, you're a free agent, baby. Chop it up. You're a free agent. That part. Yeah, you're a free agent. You're free. You're a free agent. There is no more soul contracts on the planet. And don't let no one tell you it's a soul contract. Those contracts were dissolved. The first soul contract started getting dissolved right around the time everybody was talking about it's the end of the Mayan calendar. No, your soul contracts on the planet were resolved. They got dissolved. They're over. They're finished. They're done. No soul contracts exist. Anyone who's in your life, any life you're in, it's because of your true connection and your authentic willing to have a connection with that person, place, or thing. Yeah. Yeah. So you free. You free. Don't let no one tell you. It don't matter who it is. You are a sovereign being on your own source of love, direction, and truth. Yeah. You don't know what a soul contract is? Great for you, Skylar. You are ahead of the game. Don't worry about it. You ain't got one, so ain't no need. No soul contracts. No soul contracts. Do we have agreements with each other? We make agreements every single day. Y'all agreed to come over here and be with me. I agreed to be here with you. That's an agreement. That ain't a contract. There is no penalty if I hit end stream. Well, might be a penalty. Y'all might be mad, but I ain't worried about that. I could hit end right now. You could leave right now. Nothing's holding you here. You're not going to be punished. These were things to keep humanity in check. You're not going to be punished if you leave. Something bad ain't going to happen to you because you decided not to do that anymore. None of that. That's not going that's not how this work. Yes, Gilbert, it is something from the 3D world, so perfectly said. Old, outdated, antiquated thoughts, and it's rooted in fear, just like your ego is rooted in fear. This is why the whole world jumps up for the drama, for the pain, for the saga, for the boogeyman, for the scariness, because it's rooted in fear. But you're a sovereign being. So, your soul sovereignty and it recognize that while guidance is beautiful, you are your best guru. Hey, Guru Wiz, you are your best guru. Yeah, that part. You are your best guru. The old world wants you waiting, and the new earth wants you awakening. That's it. It wants you awakening. This is the great can you wake up to another part of you? Can you wake up? That's what the awakening is about. It's not a limited way of thinking. It's an expanded way of thinking. So, let's talk about, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Organically wavy, welcome on in. Welcome on in, Priestess Erica, Isabella, Tanaya, Brother Lance. I missed a whole bunch of you. Unicorn Juice, Priestess Cinnamon, Cynthia McKinney. I miss everyone who's coming in. Welcome on in. But listen, Here's some actions or some steps you can think of, some examples of sovereignty in action. You want to know what sovereignty in action? Choosing rest over hustle, even when it feels unfamiliar. Yeah. Speaking your truth before it's fully polished. That's your girl. I'm just going to tell you. No, I'm not going to dress it up. I'm not going to Google the shit out of it and try to give you some big words to make you feel like I'm somebody. I'm just going to give it to you real, raw, and authentically from me. Okay. So, speaking your truth before it's fully polished, building your business or work from soul alignment and not just from the trend, not from trends. You know, it's a lot of things trending right now, not from trends, you know? So never feel like somehow you can't get to where you need to be, like somehow you were left behind or falling behind. You're just now hearing your own frequency clear enough to respond because when you hear your own frequency, you will respond. I don't know where the sister is that said, why isn't she vibrating anymore? Let me know if you still can't feel your own vibration. Yeah, let me know that part. So remember, you're not here to fit in. That ain't the goal. You're not here to fit in. And as somebody who's kind of been a little bit of an outcast for the past 20 years, I definitely knew I'm not here to fit in. But you are here to tune in. Maybe not to fit in, but you're here to tune in. So, some takeaways. That's the framework. Make sure you understand it. This is it. Frequency first, energetic mastery, and then we're going to move into soul sovereignty together. They're not just spiritual ideas, it's real alchemy. They are the foundation of how you change your reality from the inside out. From the inside out. This is how you learn. This is how you live as your own source. You are the source. You're not a parrot. You understand? You're not round here just taking sound bites from everybody and trying to build a world. That's not going to last. You live as your own source. Your own source. Now we're going to take a deeper dive. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Because what's the point of all of this if we can't play and have a little key and have a little fun? So I hope that was some good Gemini insight that we can take with us on the rest of this journey here. How we all feeling? How we feeling about that? We good with that? We good with that? We ready for the game? I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for the game. Y'all ready for the game? Y'all ready for the game? We're ready for the game. We finna we finna play the soul game. I stopped vibrating after an accident 4 years ago. Yeah, but are you vibrating now? Are you vibrating now? That's what I want because you're holding on to that old story and it's asking you to let it go. Because if you wasn't vibrating, my sister, you wouldn't even be here. You're vibrating. You got to tune in. You got to get out of your mind. You got to drop down in your body. I'm so thankful that you made it through that accident. Thankful you made it through that accident, but you're living in your mind. So I want you to practice these techniques. You're welcome to get any of my digital download products. You're also welcome to join this class that I have coming up. But first, I want you to get a new story. Get a new story because that's not true. You haven't stopped vibrating. I can see you vibrating from here. So you haven't. Every time you breathe, every time you speak, every time you type, every time you think, every time you move, every time you feel, you are vibrating. And so you have to remind yourself that you are still vibrating. So wherever that lie came from, allow it to stay sleep and wake up to a new you. Wake up to a new you. Wake up to a new you. Yeah, wake up to a new you. One of the things I will give you, it's an exercise I've been giving out for many, many years. I think maybe about a good 16, 17 years since my guides gave it to me, is that you can use your name as a tuning fork. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to sit quietly and you're going to use your name to tune yourself. And so, you will say your name, like I would say, Blue. And I want you to pull that energy all the way through your body until you feel your toes tingling and you feel the tingling in the top of your head. Blue. Until you feel your body starting to vibrate. And this is a way that you can align all of your energy centers. You can raise your frequency and vibration. You can get into what I call the sweet spot. And you're going to know when you've hit the sweet spot because you're going to feel a instant vibration that comes into your body. And I want you to practice that. But one of the things under this beautiful, gorgeous Gemini blue moon, because somewhere you bought into a lie that someone told you about you, and that is that you stop vibrating. That's not true. You're still vibrating. You're still vibrating. You're still vibrating. And so I want you, if you have the heart and the ears to hear, that you open yourself up to a new story, that I am vibrating even when I can't feel it. I am alive, I am love, and I deserve to be here. You need a new story. I'm gonna send you some sparkles because often when I send out the sparkles, because the babies will tell you about these sparkles, honey. I'm gonna send you 3. One more. There you go. So don't let anyone let you know, Coach Alicia, Alyssa, that you have stopped vibrating because that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You haven't stopped vibrating. You wouldn't even be here if you wasn't vibrating. So there you go. I want to say thank you to the brother Abdullah. I've been grounding every day, and my divination says I'm supposed to come to telepathic soon, but I don't know how to get there. You get there by stop trying and recognize that you're already telepathic. Yeah, yeah, you're already telepathic. And if you want to test it out, if you have a cat or you see a cat, say something like walk by a cat and in your mind go, hey, and watch the cat turn around and look at you. If you want to test out your magic, cats help train us in our telepathic abilities. Cats help train us in our intuitive abilities. All of these things. So that's how you know. Yeah. All right. Don't forget all about frequency. This is going to be the class that is going to be coming up. And I'm going to be announcing this in the next couple of days. So stay tuned. If you're interested, follow me on social because I'm going to send that out as well and let you all know so you can connect. Remember, the universe is always speaking to you. We have to be quiet enough um, to hear, to hear, to hear it. You have to be quiet enough to hear. I love it. Ms. Blue, I applied for a scholarship today and I received it. Yes. You've been doing that work. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right. So we're going to get ready to play the game. So that means that before I get ready to tell you the rules, we got to listen to the game song. Here we go. We're going to play the game song. Oh, yeah. I think we got it. I love that song. I heard that and I absolutely love that song. 95% of us is moving our bodies. Y'all know that made you move. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're going to get ready. We're going to play the game tonight. I came up with this just a little playful soul game, okay? And we're going to be calling this frequency 20. Yeah, frequency 20. And so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you five, count it, one, two, three, four, five, just like the brother who came up earlier. He's in his life path of five. I'm going to ask you five quick questions. Sounds like we should be on the island somewhere. I know that's right. But I'm going to ask you guys five quick questions, and I want you to answer in chat. If you're listening to this after the share is live, please put them down in the comments as well. But I want you guys to answer these questions, okay? You can journal this for your answer however you like, but pull out a pen, get you a piece of paper, something to write with, so we can go. Now, I also want you to know that these aren't no random questions. We ain't basic around here. Ain't nothing about us basic. So these are going to be codes from your soul. All right, let me know when you're ready for the first question. Do we have a drum roll? Yeah, well, not that drum roll. We don't want that. Let me see. Do I have something else? No, 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 no. No, not. All right. Well, I don't have any other sound effects. So, I'm going to ask the first question when you all are ready. And here we go. We're going to have a short period of time that you're going to get to answer these questions. And I think I got some sound effects for us. Um, I do. Let me put this other sound effects in here really quick. Let me put this one. This one. Yeah, we're gonna put this one. Okay, I'm gonna put another sound effect in here, and then we're gonna get ready to we're gonna get yeah, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get ready to answer this question. We're gonna get ready to answer this question. We ready? Y'all let me know if you're ready. Hmm. Let me know if you're ready. We ready? Here we go. So here is the question. What is one thing that you keep Googling, but, but you haven't done yet. So, what is one thing that you keep Googling, you keep researching, you keep trying to find out about, but you haven't done it yet? Go. Ooh, ooh, mm. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. I see you all. I see you all. Okay. 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 All right. We in there. We're in there. We are in there. Okay. All right. Let's get ready. Let's get ready for the second question. Y'all are doing great. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah, it was. I think this is fun. Here we go for question number 2. All right. Now, I'm not going to put a preference here. We all grown up in here. Y'all ready? What body what part of your body? Let me start over. What part of your body feels loud lately? What part of your body feels loud as of lately? Mm. Oh, no. Oh, that's great. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Some good, 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 good. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Oh, you forgot to add your yoni too. Okay. 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 All right. All right. Your head. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. So here is the next question. Let me see. I thought I put some more uh let's get it. We got another song. Do we? Yeah, we got another song. Let me add this other song. I love y'all for playing this game with me. I love this. That was Lifetime and then okay, gonna put that there. No, I already have that. Dang it. That's all right. All right. All right. So here's the next question. Next question. All right. If you could download any skill overnight, and I'm going to start the question here. If you could download any skill overnight, what would it be? If you could download any skill overnight, what would it be? Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Oh, wow. Wow. Now that was enlightening. That was enlightening, you guys. Wow. I am listening to this. I'm going to say some things afterwards, but that was very enlightening. Wow. 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 Mhm. Wow. That was very enlightening. Very enlightening, you guys. I love this. I love this. I absolutely love this. Mhm. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. King Simon in the building. Shouts out to brother King Simon. Wow. I'm still trying to get all of these up here for you guys because this is so good. This is so good. Mm, mind re- listen, listen, listen. You all do know that you can still do this. Some of these things that you guys are, if you, Zara, oh my goodness, Zara, some of these things that you all want, we can do it now. I want you to understand. We can do this now. That one was harder? It was, Nicole? Yes, let's subscribe, you guys. Okay. All right, that's a good one. All right. So it's going to get, how can I say, it's going to get a little more. I made it a little bit more challenging here. So we have we need some new vibes for this one. I'm gonna pull this up before yeah, before we answer this one. So here is the question. What's a truth you know, but stay with me. What is a truth you know, but haven't been living? What is a truth you know, but haven't been living? Yeah, that part. Mm. Oh, really? Hmm. Ooh. Woo! Oh my goodness. You guys did that one. You did that one. Ah, some of y'all, I'm gonna leave these up there. Journey. Listen, I'm gonna have to go back and read these because some of these I was like, wait, what? You are what? You what? Let me find out. Oh, 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 you guys, y'all love the music. Do y'all like the music? I put a lot of thought into it. No, I promise you, I'm not tricking y'all. I am not tricking you guys. I am not tricking you. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna let this one go as our last one. Okay. So here we go. I'm telling you, y'all went in on that one. My goodness. All right. Now, here comes here comes the next one, all right? And I got to make sure I have the right We gotta have the right see, I thought about this. I channeled this ahead of time. We've got to have the right music for it. I don't have it up here, so let me put it up here. We gotta have this. We gotta have the right vibes. They don't call me the soulful oracle for nothing. We need the right vibes. So we're gonna get ready. And here is our fifth and our final question. All right. What is what is your soul saying to you right now? I want you to just tune in. What is your soul saying right now? Mm. 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 Okay. All right. All right. Oh, 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 oh. Wow. You guys, you really did that. I hope that was fun. I hope that was fun and that you all enjoy this. If you love it, we can do more of this. If you love it, we can definitely do more of this. Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. Y'all are something else. I'm learning so much about you guys. You like it? Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Mhm. I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you all enjoy this. We'll have to do this again. We'll have to do more of this. And I'm so glad that you guys, this, I got this download tonight and I just started working with it. So I want you all to know these weren't just some really cute Gemini questions. These are answers to your blueprint, to your launch pad, your freedom frequency. I want you all to really just take these things in. Y'all want some more? Look, we can't do another 3 hours tonight. This was supposed to be an hour, but I know we went over a little bit. But I want you all to understand that really these answers are the blueprint to your launch pad. Just think about where you're headed next. What's going on with you at this time? So, oh, listen. Now, listen. I want to say this as we get ready. Everything I just shared. I want you to understand all of this lives inside this new class that I am going to be doing that is coming up, the All About Frequency 8-week class. It's where we're not just going to be me talking. I'm not just going to be up there teaching and talking, but we are all going to be embodying this energy. And it's going to be 8 weeks for real energetic mastery. And you're going to get your soul frequency tracker. That's going to come with it. And we'll talk more about the soul frequency tracker. I'll tell you all about that. It's going to be tons of activations that's going to be there. It's going to be things that it's going to be some of those things that of what you have been waiting for. You know, what you've been waiting for, not from me, but from you as well. So I want you all to know probably by the time we get to Friday or even before. So, like, subscribe, keep your notification on with your bell because I'm going to let you know that class is going to be launching here soon. We're going to open up for enrollment. I know I said June the 10th, but it's really feeling like class won't start until June the 11th. We're going to kick off class and we'll meet once a week. And it's just going to be fun. If you enjoyed some of the things you did here, it's going to be very hands on. We're going to do lots of things. I have lots of surprises for you guys and all kinds of things. But if you've taken any of my classes or any of the work that I do, I like to have fun. I like for us to enjoy ourselves and I like for us to embody the work and for us to begin to do the practice. So here's what I want you all to do. I want you, when you get ready after the live has ended here, I want you, let's see, if you're still listening to the end, what symbol could we use? Maybe a musical note, because we had some musical vibes here to let me know that you listened to the end. And then I want you to reply with your biggest aha or your current blocks, either way. So if you had some aha moments, some takeaways, I want you to drop that in the chat, or you can even email me, either one, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. And I just might send you a voice response back. So we're going to activate some things in real time in reflection, but I would love for you to type after the live has ended your aha moment, your top 3 aha moments for you in this live here. And then also, yeah, share with me if you enjoy this, if you would like for us to do more things like this and just kind of have fun. Some of these things we normally do when we're in class together, just kind of in a private forum. But, you know, this is kind of our part of the world, our community here. And I absolutely love hanging out with my soul family because that's what you guys are. And so I love you all so much. We actually made it under 2 hours. Clock it. Can you believe that? Like that's history in the making for me. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. I love you so much. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and I'm going to put the comments up there. I gotta read because some of these things, I literally was over here like, wait, what? Did they say what? Wait a minute. No, no judgment. You're in a judgment-free zone. But it's beautiful for us to be able to be free to express ourselves and share our energy with one another, our vibration with each other. When we come together, we uplift each other, right? We are a collective together. We are a force out here in these cosmic streets, physical streets and cosmic streets. Love you too, Zara. Thank you for showing up. Email address is questionforblue@gmail.com. But if you go in the about section up top, on YouTube here, it's going to list all of my links and it's also going to list my email. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, you know, pass this show on. Let's kind of keep this vibe, this frequency going. So I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I love you all so much. This has been so much fun. And yeah, we got to come back and do it again. Peace and love. Ciao.